Well, very sad way to start the meeting, with a 1 minute silence for the 3 children and the man killed in the car crash on the Northern Bypass just outside the stadium on Saturday night. Absolutely impeccably adhered to by everyone concerned. So let's take a look then at the riders as they line up on the circuit. Both teams are using rider replacement. Krzystof Pecyna is number 7 for the Wolves. The number 6 there, Magnus Karlsson. Rider replacement for the injured David Howe. And number 4 for the Wolves, it is their skipper Steve Johnston. And number 3, it is Frederik Lindgren. This young Dane really is making a name for himself. And of course at number 2, the Rocket Ronnie Correy. And at number 1, track specialist here at Cowley, that is Mikael Max. So that is how the Wolves line up. Their team manager Peter Adams, of course, very shrewd man indeed. And very shortly we take a look then at the Silver Machine, and they are also using rider replacement for Stefan Andersson. Unfortunately, Stefan taken ill. But at number 7 it is Henka Gustafson. At number 6, Tomasz Bajerski, and the Swede, the pole rider, good to see him here back at the Cowley Stadium. We're in the club number 12, incidentally. And as we say, rider replacement for Stefan Andersson. Niels Christian Everson is on duty back home in his native land, so he's not here tonight. They can't use the facility for him. They are using Mikal Makovsky, the Berwick rider from the Premier Division. There is Mikal, and well, he could do a pretty useful job. Seen him a few times, but he rides at number 4. Jesper B Jensen, the Dane, is at number 3 against his old club here. It's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. Number 2, it is Travis Mcgowan, and at number 1, it is the captain and the very, very formidable Greg Hancock. So of course Greg will be appearing in the British Grand Prix at Cardiff in Saturday week, and remember, he was the winner of that tournament last year. So that is how the 2 teams line up then. The team manager for the Silver Machine is Nigel Wagstaff. There's a good crowd here. The Sky TV cameras are here as well as we wait for the action to get underway. It's a good crowd, as we say, waiting to see the action here. And they promise to produce a good. It's going to be interesting. A very, very tough one for the Silver Machine. They're really going to need to be on song right the way through. So the riders on the circuit then for heat number 1. The Silver Machine having won the toss, taking gates 1 and 3. Greg Hancock rides in red. Travis Mcgowan is in blue for the home side. For the visitors in green, Mikael Max. In yellow and black, it is Ronnie Correy. That's how they line up then for heat number 1. And well, the riders at the line settling down here as we get ready. The green light will come on any second now, and away they go. Oh, look at this for a start as they hit the first turn. Out in front it is Greg Hancock, who's gone in front. Travis Mcgowan in second place. Third place at the moment it is Mikael Max at the back. Then is Ronnie Correy, but what a start for the home side. So Hancock on the inside, Mcgowan on the outside. Max trying to get up the inside on the Wolves pairing. They're going to have to team right here. And really, you need Mcgowan in front, although Max has gone right through into second place. Hancock looks over his shoulder, and now he's going to have to go for it. So Greg Hancock in front. Mikael Max locking up slightly there, coming off a turn 2. So around the 3rd and 4th turn, and here comes Mikael Max going after Hancock. The track, it must be said, looking very, very good today. So Hancock in front, second place then Mikael Max, third place at the moment Travis Mcgowan, and it's looking like a heat advantage to the Silver Machine here in heat number 1. Then they go over the line. Good race to start with. Greg Hancock wins it, 3 to him, 2 to Max and 1 to Mcgowan. 4 points to the Silver Machine, 2 to the Wolves. Of course that is the progressive scores, but what a very good race to start proceedings. So let's have a look at it here. There is the Oxford pairing team riding, and Mikael Max decides he's going to get up the inside of them. And Hancock here trying to slow the race up to allow his teammate to come round the outside, but it doesn't work. And Mikael Max says, thank you very much, I'm coming through. Super race. So we're looking round at the crowd here as we wait for the riders to come to the circuit for heat number 2. And it's Tomasz Bajerski in red, Henka Gustafson in blue, Magnus Karlsson in green, Krzystof Pecyna is the rider in yellow and black. That's how they line up then for heat number 2. And the starting marshal making sure the riders are at the line ready to go. Green lights on and away they go. The referee Chris Gay releasing the starts, and it's the Wolves pairing and made a very good start, and Gustafson has gone right into the fence there on the second turn. You can see him there, he's sitting up, and we wait for the referee's decision. I think there can only really be one, and that is Henka Gustafson, who parted company with his machine. There's confirmation, the blue exclusion light on the referee Chris Gay there excluding. Let's take another look at it. Watch him on the outside, goes very wide there, and down he goes. Awkward looking tumble. Let's hope he's okay. But he's holding his hand as he walks back there. He's put his glove off, and let's hope it is all okay. See the Sky people there walking down with him. I'm sure that's all he needs. So repairs to the fence as we get ready for the restart with 3 riders only. Tomasz Bajerski for the silver machine, Magnus Karlsson, Krzystof Pecyna for the visitors. That's how they line up then for heat number 2. So the starting marshal will give the go ahead to the referee. Now he's away. The bikes are revving and away they go. And into the first turn. Good start there for the rider in green, Magnus Karlsson. Karlsson in front. Second place Bajerski. Third place at the moment it is Pecyna. But it is the Wolves on a 4-2. Around the first and second turn, and Bajerski trying to find a way up the inside. He goes wide coming off the turn there, and he's got Pecyna right up his exhaust pipe, and this time I think he's going to do him, and there he goes. And well, looking down at his machine in red there was Tomasz Bajerski, but out in front it is Magnus Karlsson. Second place Pecyna. Bajerski's got his machine going again, and it looks like he didn't have his fuel turned on. And that really is perhaps a little bit on the amateurish side. No problems though for Magnus Karlsson. Goes round the bottom turn. He's picked up winners' medals in the Premier League with Edinburgh and Hull. Now made the move up to Wolverhampton, and he's won heat number 2. Krzystof Pecyna is second. Third place goes to Bajerski. 1 to the silver machine, 5 to the Wolves. And the Wolves go in front by 5 points to 7. And the signs are that we will not be seeing Henka Gustafson anymore. We understand he has got a hand injury. We'll wait for confirmation on that. So here we go then, heat number 3. Jesper B Jensen in red, Mikal Makovsky in blue, Frederik Lindgren is in green. Steve Johnston, the skipper of the Wolves, former Oxford rider, of course, rode for them when they won the championship. He is in yellow and black. So here we go then, green lights on. Oh, Lindgren moving there, but he really messed up the start as they hit the first turn. And how about this? Because it is Makovsky who's made a super start, and it is Jensen who is there with him. Jensen, in fact, gone in front. Mikal Makovsky in second place. Third place at the moment, Steve Johnston. Johnson trying to come round the outside. He's gone awfully wide into that corner there, and that has allowed Frederik Lindgren up the inside. And surely Lindgren and Johnson are going to attack either side of Makovsky, but Makovsky riding a good race at the moment. So Jesper B Jensen against his old club out in front. Second place there. It is Mikael Max, and surely Lindgren all over the rear wheel will find a way past, and he's going for the outside. They come off the fourth turn then, but again Makovsky holding him out. Good Speedway. So Jesper B Jensen in front, Mikal Makovsky second place. Third place at the moment it is Frederik Lindgren, and here comes Lindgren trying to nudge him off that line, but he doesn't quite make it. It's going to be a race for the line. Oh, it's a 5-1. Jensen has won it, 3 to him, 2 to Mikal Makovsky, 1 to Frederik Lindgren. The Oxford fans love that. They've taken that one by 5 points to 1, and they now lead by 10 points to 8. But super Speedway there in heat number 3. So we're waiting for the riders to come on to the circuit for heat number 4. Travis Mcgowan, it is in red. Replacing Henka Gustafson, it is Tomasz Bajerski. There he is there. He's got problems with that machine. His machine is not going to go. And time is running away. And here comes Greg Hancock with his machine. And that is the team spirit of the skipper. Greg Hancock it is, comes out with his machine. And, well, interested to see what Bajerski can do on that. Mikael Max takes a rider replacement ride in green, replacing David Howe. And in yellow and black, it is Krzystof Pecyna, who had a paid win first time out. So an interesting looking lineup here. And it could just go in the way of the Wolves. Here we go, green lights on. And away they go. Oh, look at this here. They hit the first turn. And it is very, very interesting. But it's a rider in blue. Tomasz Bajerski, who's gone in front. Travis Mcgowan comes up the inside of him. Third place at the moment. In yellow and black, it is Pecyna. And at the back, it is Mikael Max. So quite a surprise here. Round the third and fourth turn, Travis Mcgowan it is in front. Of course, he's having a rider replacement ride as well in this one, but he's out in front. Second place, Tomasz Bajerski. Remember, he is riding Greg Hancock's machine. Third place, Krzystof Pecyna, and Mikael Max, who is normally so hot around this circuit. He's at the back, but it's Oxford 1 and 2. Around the first and second turn, down the back straight. Oh, and Mcgowan locked up in front of Bajerski there, and that could have been nasty. We go round the final two turns though, and this is going to be a super 5-1 to the silver machine against all the odds. If you were going to ask me, I certainly would have put money on that. 5-1, and that means the scores are now Oxford on 15 points and Wolves on 9. So we're getting ready then for heat number 5. Jesper B Jensen and Mikal Makovsky take on Mikael Max. He's out again, this time in green. Ronnie Correy is the rider in yellow and black. That's how they line up for heat number 5. 5 of 15. Green light is on. They're getting ready to go. And away they go. And look at this as they hit the first turn here. Oh, Ronnie Correy's got problems. He's got in the way of Mikael Max. And Jesper B Jensen and Mikal Makovsky have gone through. So Jensen in front, there's McCloskey in second place. Third place at the moment, Mikael Max. Ronnie Correy's out of this one. His bike has stopped. And it's a silver machine on another 5-1. So go down the back straight into the bottom turn. And here comes Mikael Max, putting McCloskey under pressure. And the Premier League man, he's holding him out. Round the first and second turn. Steve Jensen, of course, Jesper B Jensen right out in front. Second place still, Mikal Makovsky. And here comes Mikael Max. Surely he'll find a way through. They've got one lap to go. And who would have thought of Mikael Max here on a track he is normally so good on. And the last time out, he's third in this one. And Oxford, in front of a bumper crowd, and the Sky TV cameras have taken another 5-1. And they now lead by 20 points to 10. So quite remarkable scenario of racing here. Who would have thought it? 3 5-1s on the bounce. Let's have a look at the start again. Now watch Ronnie Correy here. There's his bike stops. Gets right in the way of Mikael Max. And Mikal Makovsky comes through. Says thank you very much. Heat number 6. And riding in red, Greg Hancock. His partner in blue, Travis Mcgowan. Steve Johnston takes the rider replacement ride in green. And Magnus Karlsson, winner first time out. He is in yellow and black. That's how they line up then for heat number 6. 20 points to 10. The scores in favour of Oxford. And Parry International Wolves certainly got a lot of work to do in this one. And as they hit the first turn, it's Travis Mcgowan and Greg Hancock 1 and 2. Now Hancock on the outside, Mcgowan on the inside. Normally they switch around from that. We'll wait and see what they're going to do here. Looks like it is Mcgowan who is just going for it. Second place there. In third place there, coming up the inside, it is Steve Johnston. Mcgowan comes back round him. Hancock it is, of course, who's going for it. He's well out in front, and he's looking for his partner. So Greg Hancock leading the way. There's Travis Mcgowan. Steve Johnston really pushing him hard there in third place. They go into the bottom turn, and Hancock slowing the race up front there, holding that line tight, and waiting for Mcgowan to go round him. Now he does, and now they're going to team ride. Steve Johnston there has stopped at the third place. The race is officially over for the Wolves in this one because Travis Mcgowan and Greg Hancock take another 5-1. Quite remarkable piece of team riding. And 25-11 the scores after the opening 6 heats. And who would have thought it here? They've already lost Henka Gustafson. We understand he's out for the rest of the meet. He's got wrist damage. As we get ready for heat number 7, Jesper B Jensen takes a ride, a replacement ride in red. Tomasz Bajerski rides in blue. Frederik Lindgren in the black and white hat. He's on double points here. He's in black and white. Then Steve Johnston out again in yellow. 25-11. 14 points between the sides. And certainly the Wolves got some work to do here. So here we go then. Starting Marshall walks away. The green light is on. The referee releases the tape. And into the first turn. And look at this here. Out in front in black and white it is Frederik Lindgren. So Lindgren leading the way. Second place it is Jesper B Jensen. And Jensen trying to find a way up the inside. Third place at the moment Steve Johnston. And at the back in blue Tomasz Bajerski. But the race is certainly up front. Frederik Lindgren leading the way. Here comes Jesper B Jensen having a super match against his old club. They still own him, remember. And he's trying to find a way around the outside. But Lindgren is having none of it and riding extremely well. So round the first and second turn, Frederik Lindgren, it is leading second place there. It is Jensen, and Jensen is really up for it. He's going right out in the dirt, trying to find a way around. He's a little bit wide there. And surely Lindgren will hang on here. So round the final 2 turns, it is Frederik Lindgren. He's going to pick up 6 points for the Wolves. Then they go over the line for his win. Second place goes to Jensen. 1 to Johnson, 2 to Oxford, 7 to Wolverhampton. The Silver Machine have 27. The Wolves have 18, but some very good Speedway once again. And, well, team manager Peter Adams playing his trump cards once more. This time Ronnie Correy comes out in the black and white hat. So far Correy hasn't scored a point, so an interesting looking one there. Krzystof Pecyna is the rider in yellow. Tomasz Bajerski replaces Henka Gustafson in blue. Travis Mcgowan is the rider in red. So an interesting looking lineup here. So Ronnie Correy on double points. And Pecyna's gone pretty well so far. Let's see what's going to happen in this one here. So here we go then, the riders at the line getting ready to go. We understand Gustafson's got injuries to his left thumb. He didn't say he was holding his hand, and away they go into the first turn. Oh, look at this, Wolves 1 and 2. Krzystof Pecyna in front, Ronnie Correy there behind him. And this could be a big 8-1 to the visitors, and this would really get them right back in it, winning 2 points. So Pecyna leading the way. There's Ronnie Correy in second place. Third place at the moment in the blue helmet, Tomasz Bajerski. At the back, Travis Mcgowan. And, well, the Silver Machine, no, they've got a match on their hands. They really have started off superb, but the Wolves are coming back, and it's good use of the tactical moves. And I'm sure Pecyna will look back and see Ronnie Correy is there behind him, but he's got to slow down. At the moment, he's just going for it. So Pecyna in front there. In second place is Ronnie Correy, member on double points. He can get 6 if he wins it. He'll only get 4 if he comes in second. And Pecyna is not waiting for him, and he's gone and won it. And Ronnie Correy in second place. Points thrown away there. Third place goes to Tomasz Bajerski. It's a 7-1 to the Wolves. It could have been 8. 28-25 the scores after 8 of the 15 heats, and things hotting up very, very nicely. So we move on then to heat number 9. Jesper B Jensen rides in red. Mikal Makovsky so far 2 paid wins. He's in blue. Frederik Lindgren takes a ride, a replacement ride in green. Magnus Karlsson is the rider in yellow and black. That's how they line up though for heat number 9. 3 points between the sides, and we wonder how vital. Oh, look at this here. It could be vital because it's Wolves 1 and 2, and out in front it is Frederik Lindgren. Magnus Karlsson in second place. Third place there, Jesper B Jensen. And Jensen coming through on the inside of Karlsson, but Karlsson comes back round him. And if it stays like this, Wolves will go in front. And here comes Jensen now trying the outside, and he's gone past Karlsson. So Jensen goes into second place. Karlsson it is in third place. At the back It is Mikal Makovsky. But Frederik Lindgren out in front. The Wolves on a 4-2. And if it stays like this, they will be just 1 point behind. And if they'd have got the 8-1 and not the 7, they would have been level. Leading the way, Frederik Lindgren. Second place there, Jesper B Jensen. Third place, it is Magnus Karlsson. And well, this one is hotting up very nicely. Remember, the scores were 25-11. Just 2 heats to go. And there they go. Lindgren has won it. 3 to him, 2 to Jensen, 1 to Karlsson. 2 points to 4 in favour of the Wolves. And it's now 30-29. Well, who would have thought it? Let's have a look at the start again. There they go. The Wolves pair go out in front. Makovsky trying the inside run. Jensen there on the outside. You go into the bottom turn. And Jesper Jensen really giving it a go. And this time he decides the outside run might be better. Goes right out in the dirt. And right round the outside of Karlsson. And there he goes through into second place. So 30-29 the scores after 9 of the 15 heats. This is heat number 10. Greg Hancock in red. Travis Mcgowan is in blue. Frederik Lindgren is out again in green. And in yellow and black it is Steve Johnston. That's how they line up then for heat number 10. And there's the green light going on and off they go. And into the first turn. Oh, McGowan's made a super start there. Travis Mcgowan it is in front, but it's the Wolves pair in the minor position. They're going up the inside and outside of Mcgowan. And going right round the outside it is Frederik Lindgren. And he's gone past them all. Super ride there by the Swede. So Lindgren it is in front. Second place there it is McGowan. Third place at the moment Steve Johnston. Greg Hancock is at the back. And well, and again the Wolves are looking on heat advantage. So Frederik Lindgren leading away. Look at Steve Johnston there trying to get up the inside. And here comes Travis Mcgowan and Greg Hancock attacking on the outside. And Hancock going awfully wide. And he's locked up there. And he's at the back once again. And now Johnston trying to find a way past Travis Mcgowan as they go round that first and second turn. What a super race. Around the final 2 turns. And again Hancock trying to get round the outside as they race for the line. Oh, he's done him. Look at that by a whisker. Tremendous race. A win for Frederik Lindgren, no problems for him. Second place, Travis Mcgowan. And third place goes to Greg Hancock. 3 points to Oxford, 3 points to Wolves. 33-32 the scores. So look at this here. What a race this is. We're going to race for the line. It's awfully tight. Who's got the... Oh, he's just got it. He has got it. No doubt about it. So the referee, Chris Gay, actually gave it to Steve Johnston, but having watched the replays, he's given it the other way. So, heat number 11. Greg Hancock in red. Tomasz Bajerski is in blue. Mikael Max in green. And Ronnie Correy is the rider in yellow and black. That's how they line up then for heat number 11. So Hancock taking the rider replacement ride this time. Here we go, and away they go. And into the first turn. And Hancock's made a super start this time. He's gone in front. And look at this. Second place there, Tomasz Bajerski. I'm not sure whose bike he's on this time, but he is there. Hancock looking for him, holding that inside. Here comes Bajerski in second place. Third place there in green. It is Mikael Max, and Mikael Max really having an off night. Around the bottom turn. And well, we've lost the rider in yellow. That is Ronnie Correy, who's retired from this race. But it's Oxford 1 and 2, and if it stays like this, they will go 5 points up once again. So round the bottom turn, Greg Hancock well out in front. Tomasz Bajerski there in second place. Mikael Max in third place. And I cannot remember a time when Mikael Max had a meeting like this. Normally so good around this circuit. But there is Hancock, the skipper of the Silver Machine. He's going to win it. Over the line he goes for 3. 2 points go to Bajerski, 1 to Max, 5 to Oxford, 1 to the Wolves. 38-33 the scores after 11 of the 15 heats. And wheelie time there from the Oxford pair. They're certainly enjoying himself. We're getting ready for heat number 12. Jesper B Jensen in red. And Tomasz Bajerski's out again, replacing Henka Gustafson in blue. Frederik Lindgren has gone extremely well. In his last 3 races, he's won them all. He rides in green. And Magnus Karlsson is the rider in yellow and black. That's how they line up then for this heat. Heat number 12. 38.33. And into the first turn. Oh, it's Jesper B Jensen who's gone in front. So Jesper B Jensen leading the way. Second place in yellow, Magnus Karlsson. Third place, it is Frederik Lindgren at the back. In blue, Tomasz Bajerski. And look at this here, because there's a change, and here comes Lindgren again going past Bajerski, who had briefly got past him. They're swapping and passing about at the back there. Lindgren now in third place. Second place at the moment, it is still Magnus Karlsson, but way out in front, Jesper B Jensen against his old side. And he is on fire tonight. So round the first and second turn. So we're looking at a shared heat here in heat number 12. But at the moment, things are looking very, very good for the Silver Machine. There's Jesper B Jensen. He's going to win it. There he goes over the line for 3. 2 points to Karlsson, 1 to Lindgren, 3 to the Oxford Silver Machine, 3 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. We've had 12 heats, and the scores are now Oxford on 41 and Wolverhampton on 36. So we're getting ready then for heat number 13. Greg Hancock rides in red. Mikael Makovsky takes the rider replacement ride in blue. Mikael Max rides in green, and in yellow and black, also taking a rider replacement ride, it is Krzystof Pecyna. That's how they line up then for heat number 13. Green lights on. And away they go. And into the first turn, it's Hancock who's got the drop. Hancock has gone in front. Second place at the moment, it is Pecyna in yellow. Third place, it is Mikael Max at the back. Tomasz Bajerski. And look at this here. Down the back straight, it is Greg Hancock, the skipper of the Silver Machine, leading. And looking very, very good. Well, he has dropped just 1 point to visiting rider so far. That was back in heat number 10. But in every other race, he's looked impeccable. And the news that Billy Hamill will soon be back in the Silver Machine team is very, very good news indeed. So around the bottom turn, there is Hancock. He's going to win heat number 13. Over the line he goes. Second place there goes to Pecyna. And third place to Mikael Max. 3 to the Silver Machine, 3 to the Wolves. Second successive race, third in 4. 44-39 the scores now, with just 2 races to go. So here we go, getting ready then for heat number 14. Penultimate heat. Mikal Makovsky rides in red. Tomasz Bajerski is in blue. Steve Johnston in green. Krzystof Pecyna, the rider, in yellow and black. That's how they line up then for heat number 14. 14 of 15. 5 points between the sides. Oh, a movement there at the start, and all the rider in blue lifted as well. And it is Wolverhampton who have got away. Wolves are 1 and 2. Leading the way, Steve Johnston and Krzystof Pecyna. Pecyna on the outside, Johnston on the inside. And if it stays like this, we're going to go into the final heat with just 1 point between the sides. So Krzystof Pecyna really having a very, very good meeting. He's leading the way. This would take him on to 11 points, paid 12. Well, not a bad return from your reserve. Second place, Steve Johnston, the skipper. And third place at the moment, Mikal Makovsky. But look at this here, Wolverhampton 1 and 2. And all of a sudden, it is match on once again. So round the bottom turn, Krzystof Pecyna and Steve Johnston bring home the goods there for the Wolves. And the visiting supporters certainly enjoying it. There in blue is Tomasz Bajerski, whose bike gave up the ghost. Third place went to Mikal Makovsky. So 1 to Oxford, 5 to Wolverhampton, 1 heat remaining. How about this for a score? Oxford had 45 and Wolverhampton had 44. So let's have a look at the start there. Well, they're really lifting and bucking all over the place. And Steve Johnston and Krzystof Pecyna getting away. So the final heat is here. And this is what it comes down to. Jesper B Jensen in red. Greg Hancock in blue. Frederik Lindgren in green. Krzystof Pecyna is the rider in yellow and black. Oh, and look at that there. It's Lindgren who's gone into the tapes. Lindgren has gone into the tapes and he will be excluded. So we wait to see what is going to happen here, because no doubt about it. And there's confirmation. The rider in green, that is Frederik Lindgren, who pays the penalty. And let's have a look at it now. Oh, the rider in red there, feathering that clutch. Let it go just slightly, but the rider in green went into the tapes there and is replaced by Magnus Karlsson. So the Wolves are thrown in the towel by the looks of it, because it is Jensen and Hancock against Karlsson and Pecyna. That's how they line up then. The green light is about to come on. And away they go. Oh, and look at this here. It's Hancock once again who's made a super start. Hancock in front. The two Wolves reserves there in the minor positions. At the back it is Jesper B Jensen. Jensen going right out round the boards. Down the home straight. Oh, he's gone past them both. What a pass. Absolutely brilliant. And it is Oxford 1 and 2. So Hancock in front. Second place there. It is Jesper B Jensen. And well, who would have thought it? Third place in yellow, it is Pecyna. At the back, it is Magnus Karlsson. But it is going to be the Silver Machine who take glory. They really have ridden very, very well. They really have been up against it. Already using rider replacement with Mikal Makovsky there at 4, losing Henka Gustafson. But still, they have battled away gamely. So there's Greg Hancock, 3 to him, 2 points go to Jensen and 1 point to Pecyna. And it all adds up to 5 to Oxford, 1 to Wolverhampton. It gives us a final score of 50 to the Silver Machine and 45 to the Wolves. Let's have a look at it once again. There they go. Hancock it is, makes a super start. You see Karlsson and Pecyna there. Let's go down the back straight. At the back it is Jensen. Now watch this here, because there he goes, right out round the outside, and he comes out behind his partner. Super Speedway indeed. So Oxford finish in style with a big 5-1. Let's have a look at the scorers. There they are. Greg Hancock, 15, paid 17. Jesper B Jensen, 15, paid 16. Travis Mcgowan, 8, paid 9. Mikal Makovsky done very well, 5, paid 7. And of course Tomasz Bajerski there, 7, paid 8. Down at reserve. Very, very good performance. For the Wolves, well, disappointment. Mikael Max, 5 and 1. Ronnie Correy, 4 and 1. Frederik Lindgren, 14 and 1. Steve Johnston, 3 and 1. Magnus Karlsson, 7. Krzystof Pecyna done his part, 12 and 1. Total of 45. So 50-45 the scores in favour of the Silver Machine. Let's go to the press conference.
Congratulations, Nigel Wagstaff. What we're going to do before we come on to this absolutely fantastic match tonight, we're just going to pick up a few points and clear up a few things about yesterday, Wednesday night at Poole. Many of the fans want to know why you couldn't use your asset, and also what I'd like to know is, were you happy with Niels Christian Evensen being away on Danish duty?
The second question first. Niels has my 100% support. Basically what happened that the Poole promotion phoned me and asked if I would consider helping them by moving our Elite League fixture at Poole back a week to accommodate the European Cup final. And when Niels signed his contract at the beginning of the year, he agreed all the dates, and there was 4 that he didn't want us to ride on, of which, when I looked at it, they weren't there. But The unfortunate thing for Niels was that he, and I've got the letter, he was under immense pressure from his Danish club, and they felt that they had the right to put that pressure on him, and I felt it was particularly unnecessary, and I supported him 100%. What I don't want is a young rider, a young asset of ours, being put in a dilemma where he doesn't know if he's riding for his Danish club, having problems with his sponsors, and the singly most important thing to him at the moment, and I'll support him again 100%, is that he wants the wild card for the Danish Grand Prix. And I was happy with the support of the pool promotion to go along that, and obviously as it's proved at this moment in time that our assumption, and including Matt at Pool, that we could use Michael, who was in number 8. And the judgment or the ruling came into my office at 10 to 12 on the day of the meeting. And I didn't want any recriminations, any other problems, so I took the view that we would use, we could have used a Premier League rider, but at that late stage there was no chance. And as people have witnessed at this club, if there's, through whatever opportunity or whatever situation, to give my young riders an opportunity, then I would do it. And to be fair to Jamie Courtney, along with Ben Barker, they're great assets, they're great riders for the future. And although I knew it weakened our hand, I gave them the opportunity. And there is no problem with Niels Christian Iversen. He's not here tonight, nothing to do with Denmark, he's poorly. He rode, or he would have ridden for his Polish club on Sunday and he withdrew. He struggled, or he would have struggled Tuesday. The meeting was off, and as I've said, and Jesper probably will support this, that when there's an opportunity to ride in Denmark, the top Danish riders are put under a lot of pressure.
Right, now the other question.
I forgot it, what was it? I've answered it anyway.
We need to get through this a bit quicker, Nigel.
It's not 60 pence a minute then?
No, not tonight. We can't keep these people up all night. The reason why you couldn't use your other asset?
Well, last night, I've told you.
Right, and that's it.
Well,
You feel that?
the ruling was that within the rules that I couldn't do it, so I accepted it because, as I've said, I didn't want this to manifest.
Okay, fair enough. Right, let's move on. Okay, I'm going to put you under a bit of pressure here now because there's talk that next week a similar situation is going to happen. It's a very busy week, which I want to ask you about later on. Chance to really climb up that table, and there's talk about problems over Stefan Andersson for next week. Is that true or not?
Well, there's problems over both Stefan and Henka, based on the fact that I think the riders weren't aware until maybe 10 days ago that they had to go and do a Swedish qualifier. There's 2 semi-finals, and they happen to be next Wednesday. But, you know, with this FIMO agreement, we have to accept that. As of this moment in time, I don't know if either would be fit. Stefan was in the hospital today after he had a problem at Pool where he withdrew with dizziness and sickness yesterday, and obviously that's the reason he's not riding tonight. And I'm not sure about Henka. You know, he's got a problem with essentially his thumb, and we hope it's not a scaphoid, but we don't know at the minute.
Thank you, Nigel. Nigel Wagstaff. Now let's move on to the man of the moment. Absolutely sensational stuff. Jesper B Jensen. It's been a busy night for us with the press, but by my calculations it's a paid 16. That's a fantastic achievement. How are you able to do it tonight, and you haven't been able to do it in the weeks before?
That's a good question, isn't it? I would like to answer that one, but I can't. You know, I've been going better before the answer that.
I've got an idea why. You're under pressure, there's a lot of pressure on you, you may have been replaced, and you're up against your old club, Wolverhampton.
Yeah, but I didn't ride against Wolves last night.
So you're going to carry on riding like this next week?
Yeah, because I'm a Wolves on Monday. No, it's of course I'm owned by Wolverhampton and I've been riding there for 6 years, so of course there's something in deep in my heart, you know.
What you're saying, yeah, hang on, you shouldn't have let me go.
Yeah, like, nah, there's nothing to do with that. I didn't fit into the team this year, and I didn't fit in at Ipswich where I was last year, and so I got left out in the start of the year, but, you know, not unlucky for Billy, but lucky for me, you know, I got in at Oxford, so I didn't have the best of the start, but it seems like I got to turn around now. I had a good meeting in Sweden on Tuesday as well, and I got 9 from the first 4, and, you know, it seems like it's going good for me again, and my bank man is really happy.
And so is Nigel Wagstaff, because I think he's going to keep you on now.
Yeah, I would like to stay here. You know, I don't know nothing yet, but I think we'll have to have a talk soon.
Yeah, we'll put that to him in a moment. Because, this situation. But absolutely sensational. And you look so hungry, particularly in that final heat. You really wanted that second place.
Yeah, I thought I had a good night. You know, I was at the back, and I thought I might as well go out in style instead of in number 4. So I went for the gap and pulled out good.
Well, congratulations! Fantastic effort. Now, I've never met you before, so you're probably going to say I'm pronouncing your name wrongly. Is it Mikal Makovsky?
Czech language, it's Mikal, but call me Michael.
And your surname?
Makovsky.
So I'm alright on that, Makovsky, you're happy with that? Well, welcome to Oxford. What did you make of the track?
First 2 heat was for me very good because track was slightly gritty, and last 3 was just slick, and I now good to sit up the bike, and I feel a bit trouble with that. I hope about I get more chance to reply.
Yeah, because obviously you started off very well with a couple of second places, and then what for you, when the shell goes off the track to the side, you find it harder?
I mean, I have big trouble when I do the gate, you know, that's I think here Oxford track, that's what you need, you know, just the gate and keep going, you know.
Well, let's try and find out. Is Mikal Makovsky in your plans for next week, Nigel Wagstaff?
Well, he's at number 8, so whenever we have an opportunity, either the reserves are unavailable. I haven't spoken to Michael yet, but if Henka is unfit or is unavailable next Wednesday, then we have to look primarily at number 8. And, you know, we chose to go with our number 8 to cover, you know, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rider in the team tonight, when we can use a guest for that and RR for Stefan. So that's the reason we use these riders. We put them there that we have confidence in them, we use them. I speak to Peter Waite quite often, I go well with Pete, and he's always singing Mikel's praises, and it's certainly different from a Czech track or Berwick, but he adapted very well, and you know, he scored as many points as you would expect a number 8 to come in and do, I think.
I think the main thing tonight was it was a very, very exciting meeting, because it was looking like it could go either way, and many people before the meeting started were very apprehensive, the Oxford supporters, that this could go badly wrong, and it didn't, and this could be a turning point in the season.
Well, sometimes, you know, when your back's against the wall and you see not only riders catching injury tonight, but you know, without Stefan and without Niels Christian, you know, riders have to look at themselves. And you know, they have to dig a little bit deeper maybe. And evenings like this, sometimes they turn things round. You know, we're working very hard. You know, I think we did quite a good performance at Poole last night as well. It's very difficult to go there, but again, you know, we were struck down with injuries again. And there's a lot of spirit in the camp. There's certainly a lot of resilience. And there's a lot of skill out there, you know. I mean, how great is it that Jesper's found his form now, you know? I mean, without that performance tonight, we would have lost.
We'll stay with Jesper. Obviously, when I looked at Heat 15, like many of the fans, we knew you would bring out Greg Hancock, but the question there was it going to be Travis Mcgowan, because they'd already got a 5-1, they're used to riding with each other, or do you go with the man who's really on fire? Was that going through your mind?
No, it never went through my mind. Jesper was always the one. But I can understand what you're thinking. You know, Trav's done exceptionally well in situations, especially around Oxford, and they ride very well as a team. But I mean, I just said to Jesper after his previous riding was his 15.
That's a bit of an abrupt stop.
You murder me for talking to him.
Okay, very, very quickly then, you've got to discuss with Jesper then where, you know, his future at the club.
Well, obviously we have to try and get the best possible team we can, and you know, Billy was always going to come back, but certainly, you know, Jesper's pushed himself. Always say to all the riders, you know, if you want to go through the door, knock it, and there's always an opportunity. And I think I'd be fairly naive now if I didn't look at trying to include Jesper in any future plans at Oxford.
And your ambitions for next week, because it really is a chance to get Oxford off the bottom of that table.
to be honest, we just take one meeting at a time. You know,
Not another cliche.
well, it's fact, isn't it? You know, I mean, we've gone and got more problems tonight, and I'd be very silly if I look too far ahead of it.
Okay, well thank you, Nigel. Before we conclude the press conference, I'd like to just say that Bryn Williams has rung up. As you know, he's not very well at the moment, and he wanted to thank everybody for all the wishes that he sent him. He's very happy, obviously, he watched it on a certain satellite TV company who we don't give publicity to, and enjoyed the meeting very much, and he thanks you all very, very much. And that concludes the press conference.
For being so far in the ascendancy and then dropping down again, and you know, to be honest, Wolverhampton they got up my, you know, they really annoyed me before the meeting with certain things that went on, and I think there was an innermost strength in my behaviour, and I think the rest of the lads felt strong about it as well, and you know, it was a very, very tough meeting. Wolverhampton did all the right things, the tactics were right, they made it difficult, but you know, at the end of the night we were the stronger team.
Nigel, you're a star. Thank you very much.